All right, y'all. This is going to be a short stream for real this time. I just want to quickly update everybody about what's going on next week, President's Day down in Palm Beach. And let me change my microphone. It sounds a little weird. Okay. I don't want it to have too much gain. All right. Um, I'll let a few people join and then I'll get started. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks to everybody that's been watching my videos. The view count is really down right now, and it's because of the shadow ban. I would go from 5 to 6,000 views and then down to like 1,500. It's all over the place, but appreciate everybody that has notifications set, everybody that tunes in regularly to live streams. Got a live stream with Patricia Dixon tonight, so that's going to be good. Looking forward to that one. And we got some people in the building. Denise, we got George, Marilyn, we got Samuel, Master, Mark, Aaron, Joe. We got some mods in here, Joe. We got Charles. What's going on, Charles? Appreciate you. James. Okay, we got a decent crowd. We got a crowd. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to talk about the event going on President's Day. And let me make sure I pull up the actual event from my channel because I want to go through some of the comments that people left, because there are some people who seem to think that this is a false flag, or it's not a real event, or it's a setup to round up Trump supporters. There's been some wild stuff said, and I get it, rightfully so. People are a little skeptical. So I want to try to clear up some of that confusion, and answer any questions that you guys might have. Again, this is totally a celebration of the greatest president we've ever seen. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not to protest the election. It's not anything like that. Now, with that said, I want to be on the record here because I don't know who's watching. I don't know. We just went through something crazy in January. I don't know if the FBI is watching. Who knows? So I just want to be on the record and say that this is planned loosely. It's a bunch of people that just want to go flag wave. It started as a grassroots organic thing. And because we were sharing it on social media, more people are going to show up. This is not intended for anything else, but I assume no responsibility whatsoever if bad actors show up to make a peaceful movement look bad. If there's anybody that shows up that wants to do harm or anything else, I have no control over that. That is not my responsibility, first and foremost. People have free will to do what they want. This is a celebration. It's President's Day. It's a holiday. That should go without saying. It's not like I said, it's not a protest or anything. It's just a gathering, a celebration that was going to happen anyway. Okay. Now, just like with every other gathering of Trump supporters, anytime in his 4 years in the White House, there's always bad actors. There's always people that show up dressed like Trump supporters, Antifa, BLM, or just random bad actors, just people who are not there to support the cause. That's always a possibility. That even before January 6th, that was a possibility, right? If we're being honest, we know that. So yeah, that possibility exists, but the way that I envision this, and I have no control over it. Like I said, I don't know what people have planned. I don't know what their agendas are, right? This is not an organized event. Like, we don't have speakers or anything. It's just a giant flag wave. That's what it is. A massive flag wave that will be covered on Right Side Broadcasting. I just want to make that clear for the people that are skeptical and think it's fake. Unless you're calling ours being fake news, I mean, I don't know how it could be fake. This is real. It's happening, and is organized by some patriots who do flag waves here in Central Florida. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And we're hoping for a great turnout. We're hoping that it's so big that Trump will ride out of Mar-a-Lago and do a ride by in the motorcade. We'll see. Who knows? But it's President's Day, and what better way to celebrate it than to go down to, we can't actually go in front of Mar-a-Lago because of ongoing construction, and that has been confirmed. What better way to celebrate it than to gather in a massive crowd of people, peaceful and patriotic Americans and celebrate the greatest president we've ever seen. It also serves a double purpose. It is an act of rebellion. It's showing Biden like, hey, you're in the White House, but it is what it is. We don't like you. We don't support you. And we're gonna celebrate the guy that should be in there. Period. That's it. Right? Because the thing is, they want this movement to go away. They think that because they jammed Biden into the White House, that you're just gonna forget about it, move on with your life, and eventually just accept it. Like, no, they want you to be discouraged. They want you to put your flags away. They want you to just forget about Trump. They want it to go away, even though they're not forgetting about him, obviously, with this impeachment trial. They have an addiction. They have an affinity for this man. This is just a celebration. Hey, if you want to celebrate Abraham Lincoln on this day, that's what it's for. President's Day. So that's what it is. You would think that, if Joe Biden got 80 million votes, there would be a bunch of Biden support. Where's these enthusiastic 80 million voters? I don't even see social media posts that are positive about Biden. I see the opposite, quite in fact, the buyer's remorse and everything. But I don't want to get sidetracked. This is just going to be a big gathering of people. And it's showing, hopefully, we'll at least get like local news coverage, because I think it could be pretty big. There's a lot of people promoting it. I've reached out to some other prominent, I guess you'd call them social media influencers that will be there. Let's Be Frank will be there. Fog City Midge, Paint the Trump, myself, and whoever else is down in the Palm Beach area. I know there's a lot of Trump supporters here. If you live in the area, or if you know somebody who lives in the area, especially if it's like down in like Miami area, I'd love to get some of the Cubans for Trump to come up there, and we're just going to organize. And so here, let me do this real quick, because I know, and I'll read the comments in a second here. Let me see. I'm trying to share my screen because I want to put the flyer up on the screen really quickly. We'll just do this. Okay. Can you guys see that? That's my second monitor. I'm going to try to expand this. It might look a little goofy on the screen because I don't know what's wrong with it, but let me make it full screen there. Okay. Just ignore the little duplicate up in the corner. I don't know what's going on, but you can see right there, President's Day, peaceful and patriotic. Let's start right there. Peaceful and patriotic in quotes. Some people were like, why is it in quotes, Mike? Are you saying like it's not going to be peaceful and patriotic? Are you winking and nodding like there's going to be drama? No. The reason why it says peaceful and patriotic in quotes is because what are they impeaching him for right now? They said that he incited the riot that happened at the Capitol, even though he said peaceful and patriotic, make your voices heard. Right? He said that. So that's why it's in quotes. Just to say like, hey, peaceful and patriotic. Just like Trump said. That's what it's intended for. Okay? That's why it says that. Peaceful and patriotic, because that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Some people are like skeptical still. I get it. But what are you going to do? Are you just never going to go out again? Are you done making your voice heard? Anyway, so February 15th at 11:45 a.m., that's an unofficial time. I mean, you can show up at 7 a.m. You can show up at 2 p.m. I have a feeling it's going to be an all-day event. Now, RSBN will probably be covering for, I don't know, a couple hours. I guess it just kind of depends. Depends on the turnout, depends on interviews, depends on weather. There's a lot of factors at play, but RSBN will probably be live somewhere around midday. We're still figuring out the logistics as far as that goes. But it says right here on the flyer, come celebrate America's greatest president. The southeast corner of Parker Avenue and Southern Boulevard, for those that are wondering where that is. It's in West Palm Beach. Now that's like, I guess, maybe a mile or so. I've never been there. It's like a mile or so from Mar-a-Lago. So the reason why we can't be at that little island where we were going to be at first is because there is like construction, and that's been confirmed by somebody who's not a liar, not a fraud. He lives down there. We trust his word. He said we can't do it there. It's not good. and it's on a bridge, but that's normally where Trump supporters would go and stand. But when he returned to Mar-a-Lago on the 20th, RSBN was there to cover it live. We got the motorcade driving by, everything. We were actually at this intersection, this corner. It's a Publix parking lot, I guess. It's not like a field or anything like that, but there's an abundance of parking. There's going to be a lot of people there. People go there on the regular to flag wave. We've also notified the local PD, so they already know that they already expect there to be Trump supporters any given day. But our contact down there, just it was common courtesy for him to just call and say, hey, look, on President's Day, you're going to see more Trump supporters than normal. There's going to be an influx of people coming from different areas of the state. I know people coming down from Jacksonville, people coming down from the Panhandle. There's going to be a lot of people there. Okay, that's the short and skinny. Let me stop sharing this. And then, what was I saying? I want to continue kind of addressing the people who are skeptical, people that are afraid, people that are worried. Here's the thing. Do we live in a free country or not? I still believe in this country. I still believe in the First Amendment. I believe in our right to peaceably assemble. I believe that there's going to be good people that show up, great people that show up. That's what I believe. But if we're supposed to just cower in fear because, the FBI is looking for any reason to round up Trump supporters, then that means we are not in a free country. We still are in a free country, unless you're going to acknowledge a reality that you think is going to happen. Right now, we're free. We're not as free as we used to be. That's a whole nother, we could go down that road. But as it relates to this event, right? We're a free country. You can go out, you can speak, you can stand, you can assemble on the corner. And what better way and time and day to do it than on President's Day with your flags waving, with your Trump flags, with your American flags? Just be loud, proud, and patriotic. Get the media attention. RSBN will be covering it. So I just think it's a great gesture. And I think Trump would appreciate it. Matter of fact, I know he would appreciate it. And I'm just going to say this. I think that he might do a ride by. I don't know. I don't have insider info, but I just have a feeling that if thousands of his supporters show up on President's Day to celebrate his accomplishments that the establishment in DC just wants to dump down the memory hole, I have a feeling he would appreciate it. I mean, take, for example, when he was in Walter Reed Medical Center dealing with the virus, people were there night and day. We were there, RSBN, we covered it for the entire time he was there. We were not live 24/7, but we were there morning to night. We drove by, people were there. And because of that, because of the showing and the people just consistently there, he came out. He drove by to wave at us. Some people suspect that he even bought like all the pizza because there was just constant food showing up, Dunkin' Donuts, pizza, coffee, all this stuff. So I just have a feeling that, he's going to acknowledge this and he'll show up. He'll show his gratitude and appreciation. So that's what I think, man. And I just, this was easy for me to get behind right away. When I heard about it, this started with, just like I said, a group of people, probably 10 to 15 people here in Central Florida. They just wanted to take a bus down there and wave flags on President's Day. And now it's turned into this big thing, this big event. So it's great. So I just wanted to address that and let some of the skeptics out there, the people that are just kind of going wild with it, like, you'll see, you're getting rounded up. It's like, no, we haven't broken the law. We're not breaking any laws. Unless you're saying that we're already a full-blown communist country. I don't think we are. So as long as I'm able to gather, meet with people and wave flags and be free and speak my mind, I'm free. And if they want to censor people online, like I said, my channel shadow banned, my Facebook's been removed. I've been removed from Instagram. I can gather in public. Did we forget that there was a life before social media? So what if they take away someone's platform? We can gather offline. We can meet in public. You can't censor someone's voice in public. So let me read some of these comments. Someone said, felt much safer when Trump was in office. I think I pretty much addressed all the some of the skeptics and people who were nervous. Like I said, rightfully so. People are nervous. People are not sure. They thought that this was fake. They thought it was a setup. It's not a setup because it's going to be covered on RSBN. And yeah, but there is no official event organizer. Some people said they can't go, but they'll be watching. See, that's the other thing too, is like, we'll have hopefully thousands, if not, hundreds, if not thousands. There's just really no way to measure how many people are going to show up because, that would require people flying in and a lot of things like that. But I think there'll be a decent enough crowd there. But think about all the people from around the country and around the world, for that matter, who follow RSBN. We've got like 1.4 million subscribers. There's going to be people watching. So it's going to be a big viewing of this. And it's just, like I said, a flag wave. We maybe get some interviews, and I would consider it a success if Trump drove by or flew over in his, I don't know if he's got a helicopter or what down there, Mar-a-Lago, but if he comes out and acknowledges the crowd, I think that would be a success. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that, RSBN. And also check out our new website, our revamped website, rsbnetwork.com. People have been asking me since pretty much since January 6th, like, Mike, do you still work for RSBN? What happened? It's like, yeah, I still work there, but there's hasn't been very much going on. The highlight or the peak of my work came when he was actually holding rallies. And with any luck, he'll get back to that again. I mean, it's just something that I feel like is positive and fun and enjoyable. And he brings people together, people from all walks of life, people from different backgrounds. It's a really positive thing. But yes, I still work for RSBN. We just works a little slow right now. We're kind of on standby, but check out the new website. It's revamped. It looks so much better. Our CEO's been working around the clock to adjust to life after Trump, essentially. I mean, even though he has not left, he's still right there in the square in the focus of the media, of course, because the more they can focus on Trump and his failures, the less they'll actually focus on Biden and his tyrannical plans, all this stupid stuff he's doing, all his executive orders. This man is trying to govern by fiat. He's just bypassing Congress altogether. But yeah, I think I've answered everything. I'm going to live stream tonight, like I said, with Patricia Dixon. So be on the lookout for that and subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. She is a great patriot, an Iraq war veteran. And yeah, looking forward to it. And let me read a few comments from here from the actual live stream, and then I'll sign off. But I appreciate everyone tuning in right now. But I do want to keep it short so that people who haven't watched yet will rewatch. And yeah, show up on Monday. That's all I can say. Monday, January 15th in Palm Beach for President's Day at the corner of, I'm looking at the flyer, southeast corner of Parker and Southern Boulevard. Okay. Ivan said Trump rallies were very inspiring and so optimistic. They really were. I mean, it was like the positivity was just so infectious at the rallies. And I know because I experienced it from a whole different perspective, being up on the press risers and just looking out over the crowd. Everyone's waving, smiling. It's almost like being at a concert. He's essentially become like this rock star figure. No one has done this before. Someone said, I don't know what you're referring to. Paint the Trump. Yeah, Paint the Trump will be there. He's I don't know if he'll be putting it on his YouTube channel or what. I know he's got some channel strikes and stuff. He's trying to keep his channel afloat, but he will be there, as will Let's Be Frank, Fog City Midge, and she's working on getting some other people down there too. Someone said, oh, Joe said, Mike was a blessing to RSBN and brought character to them. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. It was a natural fit from the beginning. You know, God is great. God has really shown up in a tremendous way. And that's why I try to, you know, spread that love and that positivity, because he's blessed me with this platform. And, you know, when everything happened back on January 6th, I was like, well, what do I do now? What do I say now? Do I just quickly move to the next thing, or do I try to pivot in a different direction? And I think this is the first move in a direction that's more positive, that's kind of optimistic and hopeful. It's like we haven't had any celebrations since like 2019. 2020 was just awful. And then it wrapped up with this election. So it's like, when is the last time that Trump supporters have actually been able to celebrate anything, even if it's just for one day? That's a big reason why I got behind this, because I was like, man, I feel inspired. I'm like, man, for one day, we can actually celebrate something. Let's do it. It makes too much sense. So I'm excited for it, because we haven't had any wins. It's just been awful. It's just been bad. Everyone's been down, discouraged, depressed. So why not have one day where a bunch of people get together and celebrate and smile? That's it. That's it. And see what kind of momentum builds from that, where we go from here. We're not going to let these devils that are trying to rob us blind, we're not going to let them steal our joy. The devil wants to steal your joy. Are you going to give him the satisfaction? He wants to steal your joy and then drag you to hell. That's how it works. He wants to just ruin you. So we're going to get together and gather, and we're going to turn this around, and this movement isn't going anywhere. It's only going to grow and get stronger. That's why I still wear this hat, because I believe in MAGA. I believe in the statement of it. I believe in the brand of it. I knew from the beginning, like, this is going to outlive Trump. Like, MAGA will be here beyond Trump, because it's just it's a movement. It's never been about him. It's been about us. He was the figurehead, the spokesperson. He was the physical manifestation of everybody wanting to see a better country. And he went into the White House and did some incredible things, much to the chagrin of the Nancy Pelosi's of the world and the establishment up in DC, the swamp. They don't want to see a better world. We do. That's why they tried to dump water. They tried to douse the flames. But what they didn't realize is that they threw gasoline on it, because it grew. It grew, and it's going to keep growing. I don't know what it's going to look like in the future. I have no idea how it's going to take form, but I think it's going to continue to grow, and people are going to continue to gather. People are going to continue to fight for their freedom, for their liberty, for their country, because it's the right thing to do. We're not supposed to surrender all of our freedoms to big brother government. No. So, not to just ramble on that, I just think it's important for people to try to remain hopeful, positive, and celebrate one thing. If this is the only day of the year we celebrate anything, it should be President's Day. And what better way to reject Biden? Like, no, sorry. We support this guy. That's what I think. So hopefully people show up. I know people will show up, but hopefully all of you guys watching, if you live in Florida, or if you can, swing a flight in a hotel rental for the weekend, come on down. Weather is perfect. I know there's a bunch of snow on the ground up north and no sunshine. We're in the 80s today, and this is Central Florida. You go down to Palm Beach, it's probably like 4 or 5 degrees warmer. Come have a getaway. Our state's open. It's free. You can breathe oxygen through your nose. You don't have to worry about putting a diaper on your face. It's a pretty good time. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. Come on down to Florida. Let's celebrate the president, the greatest one we've seen. And like I said, if you want to celebrate Reagan or George Washington or Abe Lincoln or anybody else, that's what it's for. But we all know. Anyways, appreciate everybody that tuned in. I think I answered most of the questions. I didn't really see any questions in the chat. I didn't see any questions here. I didn't see my name highlighted, in other words. So I think it's pretty good. Let's just show up on Monday. I will post the flyer again, but you can go to my community tab and then just pull it up that way. I'll probably post it. I will post it again on Twitter. I've posted it on my Telegram channel. Make sure you subscribe to my Telegram channel. Just search Mike Nificent on there, because I'm going to use that essentially to kind of replace my Facebook. That's where I can like post memes and articles and stuff. That's what I use Facebook for. So hopefully I can just grow the Telegram channel. And yeah, that's it, guys. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tonight with Patricia Dixon. It's kind of hard to say her name. Patricia Dixon, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'll catch you guys in. See you later. Peace.